If you practice silence in tough situations, you will see yourself winning at life. Silence is the key to a happy life. Keeping silent does not mean that you won't speak when necessary or when you desire. Keeping silent is the act of not reacting in every situation and controlling your words during anger. Keeping silent during the outburst of your emotions can save you from getting into tough situations in life. Let's learn about the power of silence through a beautiful story of a man who mastered the art of silence throughout his life. Arnold was very friendly. He loved making friends and loved talking to each and every one in his life, so much so that even when he came across strangers, he would pause and talk to them. He wished to express his opinion on every topic and gave advice to everyone whether they needed it or not. He used to dive into every conversation that would reach his ears and wanted to put his words in it. Slowly, Arnold was secluded from his friends. Whenever he tried to enter a discussion or pause to talk to his friends, he was ignored and treated with disgust. Arnold could not first understand what was happening. But one day, he came past a conversation of his friends, Sylvia and Ronald, where he heard Sylvia saying, "Please make sure the news of my birthday party does not reach Arnold. Who would like to be with that piece of trash chatterbox who puts his nose in everyone's life without being invited? I don't want to spoil anyone's mood at my birthday party." Arnold was deeply saddened to overhear this conversation, and he realized that it was his words and over-friendly nature that has landed him in such a phase in life when no one wants to be around him. He went home and sat quietly in his room. His dog Bernie came running to him, looked at his face, and sat beside him. He sat by his side the entire night and did not leave for a moment. Arnold hugged his dog and slept off. The next morning when he got up, Bernie was still sitting by his side and seeing him awake, wagged his tail to express how happy it was to see Arnold awake. The next day too, Arnold did not go out and spent the entire day with Bernie. He just kept on observing Bernie, not knowing what lesson he was going to learn from him. Arnold just knew one thing. It was Bernie who loved Arnold the most. Bernie spent the entire day looking outside or keeping his eyes closed, and when he wanted to play, he would bring his favorite ball to Arnold and urged him to throw it. When Bernie was thirsty, he would hang out his tongue and Arnold would understand. When they both went for a walk, Bernie just smelled the road and kept on walking and looking at people. But he never went near them to disturb them. Bernie only barked when he would hear any loud noise or when strangers would come at their house as a sign of being protective towards his family or when he had to go out for nature's call. As a sign of love, Bernie would wag his tail or lick his person whenever he desired so. Spending a few days solely with Bernie, Arnold came to a deep realization about life. He understood the value of silence and how you can still express yourself by using your words judiciously and only when needed. He understood we don't need to speak every time and to express everything, as silence speaks louder than words. Just a nodding, a smile, or your expression can be enough to express your heart out. Arnold's deep realization changed him completely. Now, he would often spend time alone retrospectively on his deeds and hearing his inner voice to deal with situations and overcome his emotions. He became a wiser and a calculative man, soon loved by all and looked after by many as their inspiration. Hope the story taught you the valuable lesson of why it is important to be silent sometimes and use your words judiciously. What type of person are you? An extrovert or an introvert? Comment below.